It is time to talk about our Canadian broadcast exclusive with our very own Morgan Hoffman, who flew 20 hours to Australia to interview the cast of The Narrow Road to the Deep North, starring Jacob Elordi, and she joins us now. There she is there. Morgan, was it worth the 20-hour flight to interview Jacob and the cast?
Absolutely. I'm going to tell you why, because I think this is Jacob Elordi's best role to date. We know him and love him from Euphoria. He was Priscilla. We know he's in the upcoming Frankenstein movie. He's going to be playing Frankenstein's monster. He's currently filming Wuthering Heights. I mean, this guy's on top of the world, but I have to tell you, this is the best I've ever seen him in. This series is so heartbreaking. It's so moving. It's difficult to watch. He plays a surgeon in the army who becomes a prisoner of war. And some of the scenes are really difficult to watch, but it's this very brief love affair, the memories of it that get him through the darkest days. So there's this beautiful love story, but it's a tough watch considering everything that has to do with World War II. So it's a beautiful series. It's getting really great reviews. I'm so happy. And the cast teaches me how to properly eat Vegemite. Take a look.
We all left part of ourselves in that jungle.
Hi.
Hey. So this is truly one of the most beautiful and haunting series I've ever seen. This was so well done. I thought it was really interesting to read that you told your family to fully understand you is for them to read the book that Richard Flanagan did, based, of course, that what the series is based on. How personal was this role for you?
I think I regret saying that.
Do you?
I think I was.
Is everyone bringing it up?
I don't know what I was. That is so not accurate. I did say it though. I think I was feeling dramatic at the time. No, I read the book after I spoke to Justin, and it was just one of those moments when you read a book at the right time and it speaks to you in the moment and whatever you're dealing with or going through. But it was important to me just because it's such a rich part of Australian history, you know, and it was a story that I really didn't know so much about outside of like Bridge on the River Kwai or Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence.
Well, you know, of course, there's so many important and harrowing scenes with World War II, but of course this series is about love and different kinds of love. And I read that the first 5 weeks of filming was dubbed the Summer of Love, and you're a part of so many of those scenes. What was it like filming with this cast and getting to shoot in Australia?
So annoying.
Really, every minute.
Really difficult, actually.
Because of this guy, right?
Yeah, all of them. You know, I end up with going home. My relationship's been destroyed. Thanks, mate. No, it was great. You start a job and like you get to work and you kind of like, okay, well, let's see how this is going to go.
Yeah.
It's first day of school and you go to rehearsals and then, you know, sometimes the cards fall in all the right places and you go, these are a great bunch of people. And I think that was, you know, I think that definitely happened for me with Jacob and definitely with Odessa as well. And then you build from there.
Well, it's great chemistry. I mean, the love story was also just so impactful. I have a hard time looking at you. You were so good in this, in that one scene, oh my goodness. For you, I mean, what was the most challenging element for you bringing this character to life and kind of getting into that headspace?
I mean, it would be a lie to say that there wasn't a difficulty to it, but it was also, there was a real ease about it. You know, I was a fan of the novel before I knew the series was being made, and so I knew the character pretty well and knew what was coming type thing. But with Justin sort of guiding it, you were always just in safe hands, and I kind of went, he's going to not do most of the work for me, but it is that you sort of do as much preparation as you can, but once we were in that environment together and all the boys, I don't know, it becomes quite instinctive and primal, and there's a real ease about it, which feels odd from the outside because it can, you know, we're dealing with pretty difficult material, but yeah, it was a really kind of freeing experience, and I don't know, there was something quite profound of just surrendering to that kind of state physically and what that brought out emotionally.
When you have 5 episodes and they're so cinematic, I mean, they're essentially movies. What was this experience like for you with a role like this compared to some of the other projects that you've taken?
You know, it was the filmmaking experience was the same because I've not really felt a difference in the television that I've made and the sort of cinema, and I think that's got a lot to do with Justin because Justin kind of created this like in the camps there was this like theatre of atrocities that were happening all around us all the time. From the moment we would leave our trailers, we'd march together to the set, and then it was pretty much just go. You weren't really sure what scene it was or what we were shooting, but it was live all the time, you know, so it was always alive. So it really was like doing a big play in the search of these little minutiae and these little moments of truth, you know.
I'm gonna do a hard pivot. I'm Canadian. It's my first time in Australia. I've extended my trip, so I'm going to.
Yes.
I'm really excited.
Go see some stuff.
I am, definitely. But I just got a crash course into how to eat Vegemite properly, because it scares me a little bit. It's just a smell. Okay.
You know, it depends who you talk to, I suppose.
Okay, like, do we love it, or?
I like it.
You like
Actually,
it, but you don't love it.
When we were starving, I would sneak a chicken crimpy and I would dip it into Vegemite, or I'd just start dipping my finger into Vegemite.
I ate Vegemite all the time on
Did
the
you?
diet.
Yeah.
Me and I'll add him, Will Lotto, who plays Rabbit. We lived together during the shoot, and we would do a piece of toast. We'd forego our meal for the day to have a piece of toast, Vegemite, avocado, and that was
So
like, great,
good.
we're done.
With avocado? Do I need to try this?
I introduced Will to that on the thing.
Just a word of warning.
Okay, I trust Simon.
Just go sparingly.
You don't want to.
The biggest mistake everyone makes is like, this stuff is apparently really good, so I'm going to put a ton of it on there.
Okay.
Bad idea.
So this isn't Nutella.
But then you grow into it.
No.
Sometimes you might want a lot. It
It's-
depends how you're feeling on the day. It
little
depends
bit,
what your
little bit.
palate's been through.
Okay, got you. Okay, thank
A
you.
little bit of butter, a little bit of cheese.
Yeah, I heard about the butter.
Definitely butter for the first
Butter
time.
for a first time.
Good fresh bread. Good butter.
Good fresh bread.
But I have to ask you about you teaming up with Emerald Fennell again for Wuthering Heights. Come on, Margot, Robbie.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Can anything that you can tease us, or just about your experience working with her so far?
I mean, Emerald is a genius, and I would lay down at her feet and for anything. But it's truly an epic romance, and so far it's a really beautiful film, and I can't wait for you to see it.